So we launched AZ Burn Injuries specifically because we do want to help people, not only again from a legal perspective, but also to be able to provide the resources that they're going to need to get through the whole process. It really hit home to me several years ago when my wife was in the kitchen. She was making hot tea, poured boiling water into a glass pitcher. Unfortunately, the glass wasn't tempered and the pitcher blew up and landed on her leg. I immediately heard the screams from the other room, and it ended up being about a softball-sized wound on her leg. And at first I really didn't think much of it, but I got her to the emergency room, who they in turn sent her immediately down to the Arizona Burn Center. And that's when I began to realize how severe the injury actually was. And again, it wasn't a huge injury, it was just one on her leg, but for literally 4 months, she couldn't do much. She was bedridden, she didn't want to go outside. And it also required either myself or one of my kids to do a debridement process, which is basically scraping the wound to ensure that there's no future scarring. You really don't know what the end result's going to be, and there's a lot of questions people have in the beginning. What am I going to look like, 10 years from now? Am I going to require skin grafts? It can take months, it can take years, it just depends. And that affects other things in that person's life. Do they have the insurance to be able to pay for all of this? Do they have the resources to be able to get the therapy they need? Or ultimately see a plastic surgeon that can provide them with the surgeries and try to mitigate these injuries as best as possible. Stephanie's a prime example of that, there's hope. Going from where she was to where she is today and utilizing, the different various resources and now her becoming a resource for other people. She actually approached me and said, hey, I think I can be of help to burn victims and, people who need the help. And she's really a ray of sunshine and of hope for a lot of people. And I'm so proud of her recovery and just the person that she is. We're here to help people. And if it's a case where you want to hire us or get us involved in the case, that's great. If not, that's okay as well. What you will get is legal advice, and you'll get our opinion as to what we believe needs to happen on your case. And you will also get resources. Any resources that we can provide you, we will, to try to get you through the process as best as you can. We made the decision years and years ago to not advertise, and I'm not criticizing the attorneys who do that. I think there's plenty of good attorneys at those firms. It's impossible, in my opinion, to be a volume practice where you're handling hundreds, if not thousands of cases and be able to provide the attention those cases deserve. There's so many different moving parts in dealing with a burn injury case that I just don't think you can be a volume practice and be able to handle it appropriately. That's really what we've kind of focused on, is making sure that we're doing things the right way and handling cases the right way for our clients, which I think most law firms want to do that. It's just the difference is in not handling volumes and volumes of cases and having to pay for large advertising bills. We can focus on a smaller amount of cases and do a better job on those cases. And since accidents really don't sleep, we're open 24/7, and you can call anytime you need to. And if I'm not able to answer the phone, one of my associates will, and we're here to help.